And we are back on The Rodriguez Show, and this is the 8-year anniversary episode. And we have our first guest today returning for the first time since September 2021, Krista Marina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You just up the new single, All I Do. We'll talk all about that.
Sweet.
And they can follow you on Instagram at Krista Marina with an underscore. If you're watching the video, it'll be on the screen. But yeah, it's been a year and a half almost. How have you been?
Wild. I've been good. Happy 8 years.
Oh, thank you.
Rodriguez Show.
I appreciate it. Have you traveled in the years? Because I saw that you posted you were in London, but I don't know when that was.
Yeah, I traveled. I went to London in November.
Oh, okay.
And to Paris in June.
Oh, wow.
There's a long story there, but we traveled a bit. Yeah.
Nice. And I saw that you were airdropping your song to people in London as well.
Yes, I made a pact with myself that I'm going to do it every time I go to a new city or state or country. Mm-hmm. So we're committed now.
And you got some good feedback from the song that you at the time that you were showing people, right?
Yeah, and it's a fun way to get honest feedback too. Like if no one knows who's airdropping it, there's no pressure to react a certain way, and that's what's fun about it. Nice.
It's such a cool idea.
Thanks.
And then this month and last month you've been performing to celebrate the album release that you had last year. How's performing been this year?
It's been good. I missed it. For a couple months there, I felt like I was in a funk, and I didn't know what it was. And then in February, I played my first show back in a year and a half, and I was like, "Oh, that's what it was." I hadn't played live in a minute, and as soon as we played, I was like, "Oh, I'm back."
You just had to get back in that groove.
For sure.
Nice. And then it was before we interviewed you that you were at Fresh Vibe, which was our show in summer of 2021.
Yes, that was so fun.
Thank you for doing that again.
Of course, thanks for having me. That was a blast.
That was so fun. So the song All I Do, what led to the creation of the single?
That's a great question. I honestly was sitting around thinking about how you can be thinking about someone else. It could be all you do, and yet they could have absolutely no idea at all that you're doing that. And I feel like I'm pretty good at sort of concealing my feelings, and that's what kind of birthed the song. And so I knew I had the phrase All I Do in my brain. And then I laid down some chords, and then everything else kind of came naturally.
Nice. Yeah, I like how the song kind of builds with just your vocals, and then eventually, like, little by little, it starts getting louder in like the sense of like your feelings. And really enjoyed that song. You want to talk about the feature, Trey Renaud?
Yes, Trey, I was in the music program with back in high school, and we've been jamming together ever since. He's an amazing bassist. And Kira also laid down some guitar. Nice. And it was missing something, the song, before the bass came in, and Trey came in with that bass line, that and it really completed that whole chorus.
Yeah, I saw that so a lot of the people that you perform with, like Kira, did you go to school with them, or?
Yeah, we were in the same music program in high school, which I like to call School of Rock in real life, but it was more pop, more of a pop program, and we've been jamming together ever since. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's cool to see like all of them like branch off and do their own thing too.
Yes, for
like,
sure. They're all
Kira's
awesome.
blowing up on TikTok.
She's killing it. Well deserved too.
Yeah. So All I Do, that's a single, and then in 2022 you dropped your album with Beirut, Diaspora Dreams. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I actually was a fan of Beirut before I got to collaborate with him, so that's been really special. But the album came together really naturally. We started it during quarantine, and actually I met up with him in the studio right before quarantine happened. And then literally like a few days later, everything was on lockdown, and we made the full album in literally less than a couple months.
Okay.
And that was it. And so we were sitting on it for a while because we wanted it to be released post-COVID. We wanted to be able to perform it and really like release it the right way. And I'm glad we were finally able to do that, because we were holding on to it for a minute, and I was like, damn, I want people to hear these.
I have this in the vault. I need to put it out. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So did you write it during the lockdown, or you said you like, what were the themes about that you were writing?
So it's interesting collaborating with another producer, because for Diaspora Dreams, he would send me a beat, and he sent me a whole bunch of beats, and I narrowed it down to like 10 to 12, and every beat already had a name on it. And so the name of the beat kind of inspired my top line for it and the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Like the song Noir, the beat was called Noir, right? And so that kind of inspired the concept. But for Noir, for example, he titled it Noir, like film noir, but I thought of Pinot Noir.
Oh, okay.
And then the theme went from there. So it was a fun way to build those songs out.
Yeah, it's such a dreamy like whole feeling when you listen to it. It's so cool. It's like really out there.
Yeah, thank you. When people ask the genre of it, I'm like, I never know how to answer, like lo-fi R&B, because
Yeah.
it hits on a couple different genres. There's a little bit of neo soul in there,
Yeah.
which made it fun.
And then when you finally did perform those songs, how did that feel?
Amazing. It was a long time coming. That was a couple weeks ago. We finally performed it in LA, and it was such a blast. It was such a blast.
Nice. So that's check that album out. It's under your name, Krista Marina, on all the streaming sites, along with the single. And then I saw on your Instagram that you decided to drop a song a season now, right?
Yes.
So is it going to just be like with whatever season it is, the song's going to go with, like summer coming soon?
Yeah, exactly. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Song of the month was really fun in 2021, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I'm glad I did it, but I don't know that I would do it again. Yeah. And so I thought, you know what? Song a season, like a soundtrack for every season. Okay. And then maybe an album next, because I just have so much music that I'm trying to figure out the best way to give them out to the world.
Yeah. So who do you, like, is there anybody left in the area that you haven't worked with that you want to?
There's a lot of folks, to be honest with you. Yeah. Also, like, the OC music scene is something I'm so grateful to be a part of. I feel like it's such a community, whereas LA music scene is so huge and kind of overwhelming sometimes. And for that, I'm thankful. Yeah, lots of folks. I hopefully the next year we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's what you're right about what you said about community, because there is like everybody knows each other, and I see the same people at events, but the crowds are still big. So you're branching out to the people you know and people you know that are just becoming new fans of your stuff.
100%, yeah.
So since it is the 8-year anniversary episode, I wanted to talk to you about what you were doing 8 years ago. So in 2015, can you remember what you were up to?
Let's see, math. I was 18. So I was supposed to go to UCI after high school on a scholarship for journalism. And right before I was prepping for that, but before the semester actually started, I decided I was going to not do that and take a gap year to pursue music. So that's where I was at 8 years ago.
Wow.
Like making that decision to dive in.
So if you could go back and talk to yourself then, what would you say to yourself 8 years ago?
I would say, don't be so scared. Just do it.
Yeah.
Eventually I did it, but it took me a minute. It was
a while to kind of like transition to fully commit, right?
Totally. And I had to kind of learn this world myself.
Right.
There aren't, I didn't have folks kind of helping me out at that time. So it felt intimidating, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Wow. So now in this position that you're in, like, what are you looking forward to doing this year?
Honestly, dropping a song a season. With every song I release, they're like my children, my babies. And so being able to share them and celebrate them with everyone else is going to be really fun. Playing more live shows for sure. I miss that space for sure.
Yeah.
And more to come.
Nice. Yeah. So that album, is it going to come this year, the album, or when do you think?
Next year, probably, or the following.
You're going to take your time with that.
Yeah, I really do it right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so before we listen to the new single and some of the songs from Diaspora Dreams we're going to play, I'm excited for people to hear them here. We're going to play this segment called Dope or Nope. So I'm going to give you a topic, and you're going to tell me if you think it's dope or nope, and then explain why. There's no timer, so just take your time with it.
Cool.
All right, long flights, dope or nope?
Nope, because I get like flight sick, so I can't even like make music or work on stuff on flights. I just have to look I have to just for the whole time.
You can't sleep or anything?
Yeah, I can try, but other than sleeping, I can't do anything.
Dang.
Yeah.
That sucks because you travel. You seem to have traveled a lot.
Actually, my mom and I have that in common. That's why we have never really gone many places until recently.
Yeah.
Because we were just not, those flights just got the better of us.
Pepsi Cola, dope or nope?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
You don't
good.
drink any soda of any kind?
Rather have coffee.
No, nice. Marvel movies, dope or nope?
I've never seen them.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure they're dope, but for me, it's a nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Airheads candy.
Never had it.
Never had. Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, I need to try this.
That was a good one. Movie theaters. Do you like going to the movies?
Yes, I love it, and I hope that never dies out with the advent of streaming and everything.
Yeah. What was the last movie you saw?
I saw. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called. It was about the first person to do an Ironman on ice. Project Iceman.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that one.
Definitely worth watching.
Nice.
It was amazing.
And binge watching TV shows, dope or nope?
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the last TV show you watched?
New Girl.
Oh, okay. That's a fun one.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
the
Mondos
best.
likes that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one.
I've rewatched it like 17 times.
Yeah, I'm like on my second, maybe third.
I feel like I'm betraying it if I start a new show. I don't know why, but
Oh man, that's hilarious.
So that was Dope or No with Krista Marina. So we're going to play All I Do, and I'm going to give you a chance to introduce it. Is there anything else you want people to know about the song or you coming up?
this song can be about anyone that is on your mind. If it's a friend, a family member, a loved one, someone you're interested in. And it's about all those folks that just stay on our heart and on our mind. So shout out to them.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to everything you got coming this year. Every season, we'll be listening to the new songs.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thanks.
But it's all I do. It's all I do. Can't say I saw it coming. The way you walked right in.